At 90 years old, when most people have long given up on their dreams, Anna started to paint. Not simple landscapes, but abstract art, bursting with emotion, color, and depth, so powerful it stunned the entire art world. But what shocked people wasn't her paintings. It was a strange truth. She had been completely blind for 18 years. No light, no training, no mentor. Just alone in a small apartment, each day slipping by silently like a raindrop falling into nothingness. No one believed she could ever do anything great. Even she sometimes doubted it herself. But then a miracle happened. In just 2 years, she sold over 300 paintings, was invited to exhibit in Paris, and became a living symbol of hope and resilience for seniors everywhere. What transformed this blind, depressed old woman, who once faced the last days of her life in despair, into an artist inspiring thousands around the world? It wasn't raw talent. It wasn't magic. It was 5 strange early morning habits she learned from a Tibetan monk, a man she met only once in her entire life, but who completely changed her world. And in today's video, you'll discover exactly what those 5 habits are, and why they didn't just help a blind woman paint, but could help you change your life too. 10 years ago, after a severe diabetes complication, Anna lost her vision completely. No more colors, no more brushstrokes, no more light. And her life began to fade away. She stopped painting, stopped going outside, ate irregularly, couldn't sleep. Each day a never-ending loop of exhaustion and despair. There were days I'd sit silently in my chair for 6 hours. No talking, no moving, just thinking about death. Her family was busy with their own lives. Neighbors were all polite but distant. Her tiny apartment turned into a lonely box, where an 80-year-old woman felt like nothing more than a burden, a fading shadow. Then something strange happened. One lonely afternoon, with nothing to do but dig through old keepsakes, she found an old cassette tape, covered in dust, that she'd completely forgotten about. It was a recording of a lecture by a Tibetan monk, someone she'd met on a distant trip 30 years ago. She pressed play. A warm, deep voice filled the silent room. Then, a phrase echoed, soft as the breeze but strong as thunder. When the eyes close, the soul begins to see. She sat still, frozen. For the first time in years, she didn't feel powerless. She felt awakened. That sentence was like the first ray of light cutting through nearly a decade of darkness. It didn't give her back her sight, but it opened a door inside her that no one had ever shown her how to step through. And from that moment, her journey back to the light of the soul began. From the day she played that old tape again, Anna stopped just surviving. She started truly living again. Not by seeing, but by feeling. Not by outside light, but by the light inside her soul. And every morning, instead of sitting still and letting time slip away, she created 5 simple morning rituals for herself. No fuss, no religion, but each habit was like a small candle, quietly lighting up the cold, dark place inside her that had been shut down for years. 1 candle for the body, 1 candle for the mind, 1 candle for the heart, 1 candle for memory, and 1 candle for what's yet to come. They didn't just help her get back on her feet. They opened a vibrant world behind her blind eyes, where emotions were painted with fingertips, colors were heard through heartbeats, and art wasn't just something to look at, but something to touch with the whole soul. Curious what those 5 rituals are? We'll walk you through each step, just as Anna practiced them, and explain why they can help anyone, even those at rock bottom, ignite a new light in their life. The first habit Anna called a ritual, simple yet sacred, sound bathing at dawn. Every day, before the first light of the sun even touched her window, she'd sit down in her familiar wooden chair, right by the half-open window. No lights, no phone, no words, just sitting listening as the world slowly woke up. Sparrows chirping, calling each other out of their nests. The wind slipping through leaves, carrying the morning's scent. Distant cars, faint like a melody breaking through the city's half-woken dream. For most people, these are just background noises, so familiar they go unnoticed. But for a blind woman, they are everything. My ears have become my eyes for feeling life, she said. I can't see the sky anymore, but I hear it in the sparrows' songs. She sees pale blue in the soft chirps of baby birds, sees warm gold in the gentle breeze slipping through the window, and sees the day's movement with her ears alone. Science calls this sensory substitution. When the brain can't use one sense, like sight, it naturally compensates by strengthening other senses. Sounds become as sharp as images. Feelings come alive like paintings. And even more amazing, this process boosts the brain's natural dopamine, the hormone that makes us feel happy and purposeful. After just 3 weeks of sitting quietly with the world each morning, Anna started to feel peace, real peace, for the first time in nearly a decade lost to depression and darkness. No light needed to see hope. Just open a window and listen deeply, because sometimes what wakes a person up isn't the sunlight, it's the birds singing, at just the right time, place, and for the right person. Anna's second habit sounds simple, but it's what pulled her out of nearly a decade of silence. Finger painting before breakfast. No brushes, no fancy easel. All she needed was a small blank canvas, a few watercolor trays, and her own worn-out hands. Every morning, right after the dawn chorus faded, she'd sit at the kitchen table, not to eat, but to paint, with her fingers, dipping each fingertip into the colors, feeling the coolness, the thickness, the vibration of each pigment. I can't see red, but I remember how it feels. To me, blue smells like sunshine. Yellow sounds like my grandkids laughing. No one graded her, no one judged, and no one knew what she was painting, because honestly, neither did she. She wasn't painting to create art. She was painting to survive. Each brushstroke was a breath. Each touch a declaration to life. I'm still here. I'm still alive. Just 5 minutes every morning. No need for beauty. No need for perfection. Just honesty. Modern science is finally catching up to the magic Anna felt intuitively. Studies show that creating with your hands, especially painting, molding, cutting, boosts endorphins, lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and even activates parts of the brain that hold long-term memories. For seniors, it's almost a miracle without a prescription. No side effects, no big costs, just your hands and the courage to let your inner world out. Maybe Anna's paintings won't hang in museums, but every morning, she hung a piece of her soul on that canvas, and that saved her. If you're still watching this video and finding these valuable insights, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Anna's third habit might sound a little unusual, but it holds a gentle kind of magic that modern medicine is just beginning to understand. She called it memory water. Every morning, right after her finger painting, she'd brew a cup of warm water, adding a few slices of fresh ginger and a pinch of black sesame, an old family remedy passed down nearly 80 years ago, not just to warm her belly, but to warm her memories. Because when Anna lifted that cup to her lips, she wasn't just drinking with her body, she was drinking with her heart. As each sip slid down her throat, she quietly recalled a specific moment in her life, running barefoot in the first rain of the season, the smell of her mother's fried sweet potato wafting from the humble kitchen, her grandmother's lullaby echoing through a powerless afternoon, not to feel regret, not to get lost in nostalgia, but to water those dry patches of memory that time had left parched. Modern neuroscience has shown that when people recall a positive memory while drinking water, their brain forms stronger neural connections, especially in areas tied to long-term memory and emotion. This is incredibly helpful for seniors, especially when signs of cognitive decline or dementia start to appear. Just 1 cup each morning. But quietly, Anna was doing something no medicine could do, calling back those pieces of love to keep her mind whole. Because sometimes, memories don't disappear. They just thirst for a little warm water. Anna's fourth habit lasted just 2 minutes each morning. No need to sit cross-legged. No bells to ring or complicated breathing to follow. She called it something simple but profound. Emotional meditation. Every morning, after listening to the world, finger painting, and drinking her memory water, she'd sit quietly for just 2 minutes, doing nothing, just placing one hand over her left chest, where her heart had been quietly beating for 90 years, and asking herself one question: what do I want to feel today? Not what do I have to do? Not what's waiting for me out there? But what do I want to feel from within? Some days her answer was, I want to feel loved. Other days, I want to feel useful. And some days simply, I want to feel peace. That's it. Just 2 minutes. But Anna called it her emotional compass medicine for the whole day, because she believed, if we don't choose our emotions each morning, we get pulled around by the emotions of the whole world. Negative news, worries about illness, the persistent loneliness of old age. They're all real. But she learned that, before facing all that, we can still choose how we feel. Psychologists today confirm, setting an emotional intention every morning helps people reduce anxiety, boost focus, and keep a positive mindset all day long. For Anna, those 2 minutes with her hand on her heart weren't meditation, they were a whispered promise to herself. If you're still watching this video and finding these valuable insights, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. The final habit in Anna's secret journey of revival was a simple act, but one with endless power: sending a kind message out into the world. Every day, she'd pick someone, a random name from an old contact list, maybe a childhood friend, a neighbor she hadn't seen in years, or even a delivery person who'd helped her a few times. She didn't send letters. She recorded a voice message, in her gentle, warm, heartfelt tone. Hey kiddo, today I believe you'll make your dream come true. Thank you for being kind. I'm thinking of you. Those words were as simple as morning sunshine, but they could break down invisible walls of loneliness. The responses she got: touching messages, tears and heartfelt thank yous, warm hugs after years apart, from someone nearly invisible in others' lives. Anna became a connector, a small flame spreading hope and life. Science calls this the giver's effect. When you give kindness, trust, and hope, you don't just light up someone else's world, you revive yourself deep down inside. In every word, every sound she sent out, there was a clear message. No matter what life throws at us, we can still be a light for one another. Today, Anna still can't see a thing with her physical eyes, but the world around her shines brighter than ever before, with genuine love, with vivid memories, with silent connections, and the deep meaning of each day lived. She tells me, she tells you, she tells everyone, I don't need light from outside anymore. I found my light from within. And you know what? That light, the light of hope, courage, and life, is always inside each of us. We just have to know how to reach for it. If Anna's story touches your heart, take a few minutes every day to light that fire within yourself. Start small. Start simple with easy habits. And don't forget, send a kind word to someone today, because sometimes you might be the light in someone else's life. Share this story to spread hope. And if you want to learn more about Anna's magical habits, hit follow and stay tuned for the next parts. Life, no matter how tough, can always shine from inside us. If you're feeling lost, like a shadow invisible in the rush of life, or quietly growing older in silence and loneliness, this is an invitation for you. Try one of Anna's 5 magical habits. Just start with one habit and stick with it for 7 days. You'll be surprised, day by day, something in your soul begins to change. Maybe a little peace, a spark of hope, or a small joy. And when that happens, please come back. Share your story with us and with the community. because maybe your transformation will be the spark that inspires someone else. Someone like Anna once was, to find their light again. You are not alone. And every step, no matter how small, is worth it. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.